can sit down and you can stand up when I ask you to stand up. Dance a jig. Distinguished guests, chers invités, please take your seats. We're about to start. Distinguished guests, good afternoon, and welcome to Ottawa City Hall. Mesdames, Messieurs, chers invités de marque, bon après-midi et bienvenue à l'Hôtel de Ville d'Ottawa. My name is Hugues Baudouin-Dumouchel, and I will be your Master of Ceremony for today's Key to the City Award, the city's highest and most prestigious award. Just so you know, I am filling in for Bruce, the intern, who could not make it today. Know your audience, they say. Je m'appelle Hugues Baudouin-Dumouchel et je serai votre maître de cérémonie triple vacciné pour la présentation de la clé de la ville, la plus haute distinction de la ville d'Ottawa. À ce moment-ci, ceux et celles qui le peuvent sont priés de se lever pour l'arrivée de son honneur Jim Watson, maire de la ville d'Ottawa, et de notre invité d'honneur, la Dr. Vera Etches. I invite those who can to please stand for the arrival of His Worship, Jim Watson, Mayor of the City of Ottawa, and our guest of honor, Dr. Vera Etches. Please be seated. Je vous invite à vous asseoir. As we begin this afternoon's ceremony, it is important to acknowledge that Ottawa is located on unceded territory of the Anishinaabe Algonquin Nation. I would like to honor the land and the peoples of the Anishinaabe Algonquin Nation, whose ancestors have lived on this territory for millennia, and whose culture and presence have nurtured and continue to nurture this land. Il est important de souligner d'emblée que la ville d'Ottawa est située sur un territoire non cédé de la nation Anishinaabe algonquine. J'aimerais honorer les terres et les peuples de la nation Anishinaabe algonquine dont les ancêtres ont vécu sur ce territoire durant des millénaires et dont la culture et la présence ont enrichi et en effet continuent d'enrichir ces terres. J'ai l'honneur de vous présenter l'aînée Claudette Commanda qui effectuera l'accueil territorial de cet après-midi. L'aînée Claudette Commanda est une Algonquine Anishinaabe de la Première Nation Algonquine Anishinaabe de Kitigan-Zibi. Elle a consacré sa carrière à la promotion des droits, de l'histoire et de la culture des Premières Nations. Elder Commanda is a University of Ottawa alumna, having graduated from the Faculty of Arts and the Faculty of Law's Common Law section, and she was into the Common Law Honor Society in 2009. A devoted and inspiring mentor, Elder Commanda has taught at the University of Ottawa's Institute of Women's Studies, Faculty of Law, Faculty of Education, and the Aboriginal Studies program, teaching courses on First Nations women, Native education, First Nations people and history, Indigenous traditions, and decolonization. She is the Executive Director of the First Nations Confederacy of Cultural Education Centers and has previously served on the Board of Governors for the First Nations University of Canada and has served on the Kitigan-Zibi Band Council on 3 separate occasions. Eine Kamanda.
Such an honor to be here this afternoon. It's an honor and it's very emotional. When you're in the presence to give acknowledgement, but you're in the presence of someone who is so admired and someone that we must thank with all our heart, our spirit, and our voice. I begin by acknowledging His Worship Mayor Watson, members of City Council, family and friends, Dr. Vera Etches, your parents, your husband and your children, and to all members of the City of Ottawa and all who are here, I say miigwech kibijan omanogum kwe kakina. Pijaji goma nishna be ki o mama weniniwag. Pijaji goma. Bienvenue à tous ici à la territoire non cédé de la nation algonquin. It is always an honor to stand before beautiful people, community, family, and friends, to bring greetings and a welcome on behalf of the Algonquin Nation and to welcome everyone into our territory, the homeland that the Creator entrusted onto us since time immemorial, and the homeland that we must ensure will be here forevermore for our children today and tomorrow. It is said when we come together, we welcome visitors into our homeland. That welcome is a blessing. And in that blessing, we must always acknowledge why we come together. Why are we here today? To pay honor to someone that is so special to each and every one of us, and to give that blessing to Dr. Vera Etches. So to you, Dr. Etches, I thank you, and we all thank you. We all thank you for your tremendous gift of sacrifice, your tremendous gift of wisdom, your tremendous gift of wisdom, your tremendous gift of protecting the community here and beyond. And it is only fitting that you are recognized and you are honored. And I say to the Creator, as I ask the Creator, and I say, Chimigwej kishiminado kinakego, and abagis kishiminado, and abagis widokowa, nishimesh Dr. Vera Etches. And abagis kishiminado, ni buksendam minopomadzwin, ni bakawin, mashkawizuin, zagediwin. Creator, in this welcome blessing, the words that are being said, that you continue to keep our sister Dr. Vera Etches strong, wisdom, strength, and as she's shown her love for us, that we show our love for her. Continue to bless her and her family. Give her that mino pomadzwin, that good life and that good health. Chimi wedge gishiminado migwedge. Migwedge onje ninuin emiawin onje Dr. Vera Etches ashish kakina. Chimi wedge. We thank the Creator for his blessings today and tomorrow. And to the little ones who are there, the children of Dr. Vera Etches, you have a great mom. She's so special, and we love her as much as you love her. Thank you, Miigwech. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Elder, for that inspirational welcome, fidèle à votre habitude. I now have the pleasure to invite His Worship Jim Watson, Mayor of the City of Ottawa, to come forward to deliver remarks and make the official presentation of the key to the city to Dr. Etches and to Ottawa Public Health, followed by the signing of the official guest registry of the City of Ottawa. J'ai maintenant le plaisir d'inviter son honneur, Jim Watson, maire de la ville d'Ottawa, à prendre la parole et à remettre officiellement la clé de la ville. Your Worship.
Thank you, Hugh, very much. Merci beaucoup, Hugh. Bonjour tout le monde. Dr. Etches, Dr. Etches' parents, husband, Luke and James, who are here, two sons, Councillor Eglai, my colleague, Councillor Kavanaugh, Councillor Cloutier, Councillor King, Councillor Curry. I see John Fraser, MPP there. I think I see Lucille as well, Lucille qui est la députée pour Ottawa-Vanier. And I apologize if I missed other elected officials, but welcome all to this celebration. I'm honored to host Dr. Etches and her family, along with her many friends, associates, and colleagues from Ottawa Public Health, who join us this afternoon for this Key to the City presentation. I'm pleased also to welcome Robin Music from the OPH Employee Engagement and Wellness Committee, who is here with her colleagues on behalf of all of the Ottawa Public Health wonderful colleagues that work day in and day out, and particularly over the course of the last 2.5 years with the pandemic. I also want to welcome everyone tuning in on Rogers TV and Rogers YouTube channel. And I extend a warm welcome to Councillor Keith Eglai, Chair of the Ottawa Board of Health, who will be speaking in just a few moments. Elder Commanda, what can I say? It's always such an honor to have you in our presence, and thank you for your kind and thoughtful words. I also want to recognize our senior management team. I see Steve Kanalakis representing the senior management team, and I know Chief Bell and Kim Ayad and Donna Gray, and many others are here with us today. Dr. Brent Mahoney, Dr. Israel Levy, and current and former OPH employees, representatives of OPH partner agencies and organizations, school boards, and post-secondary institutions. I want to thank our Honor Guard, made up of the Cameron Highlanders, the official regiment of the City of Ottawa, and representatives of the Ottawa Fire Service, Ottawa Paramedic Service, and the Ottawa Police Service. And I believe Marie-France Lalonde and Jenna Suds, both members of Parliament, I believe, are also with us today or will be arriving shortly. It is truly an honor for me to present the city's highest honor to Dr. Vera Etches, the Medical Officer of Health for the City of Ottawa, for the tremendous work that she has done over many, many years, but in particular, the emphasis the last 2.5 years as we have collectively been fighting the COVID-19 virus. This is a recognition of both Vera as well as Ottawa Public Health. And when I called and asked Vera if she would accept the key to the city, she said she was very honored, but she also wanted to share that with Ottawa Public Health, the employees, and that's the kind of person that Vera is. And we'll be hearing, that's why there are two keys to the city, one for Vera personally and one for all of Ottawa Public Health. So each employee gets it for a half day. It's like when you win the Stanley Cup, you get to bring it home. You can bring it to your cubicle for a half day, polish it up a little bit. The key to the city has been bestowed upon distinguished persons and honored guests of the City of Ottawa since it was first presented in 1935 to Lord Tweedsmuir, Governor-General of Canada, and his wife, Lady Tweedsmuir. Today is a special occasion where we have the opportunity to formally recognize and thank the city's Medical Officer of Health and the entire OPH team for their incredible work during the pandemic. Je tiens à remercier toutes les personnes qui ont participé à l'organisation et à la préparation de cet événement. Dr. Etches has been the face of Ottawa's fight against COVID-19 for the past 27 months. Think about that for a minute, 27 months. And is recognized as a steadfast and respected expert focused on keeping the people of Ottawa well and safe. La Dr. Etches est vertement la vedette à Ottawa dans notre lutte contre le COVID-19. And Dr. Etches and Ottawa Public Health continue to provide residents with critical information and with the services and resources to keep people safe, because of course COVID-19 is still with us and we have to constantly remind ourselves of that fact. Dr. Etches, as we all know, is an engaging and caring individual, and her dedication to the well-being of our residents is evident in everything she does. OPH was there to provide critical information and assist everyone who struggled through the worst days of the pandemic. And Ottawa's top doctor often spoke about the impact the pandemic and isolation were having on the mental health of people in the community, including those frontline workers and healthcare professionals. You knew that she truly understood and empathized with the struggles of families and individuals and what they were facing, and you know that her dedicated team at OPH was there to help. Dr. Etches also had to contend with anger and criticism, which was met with kind professionalism and a deep understanding of the fear and frustration people were experiencing. She demonstrated a clear preference for getting results by appealing to our better selves, but she showed a willingness to take stronger action when required. The team at Ottawa Public Health and our residents value her expertise and her ability to deliver even the most discouraging updates with understanding while offering a sense of much needed hope. We know that COVID-19, as I mentioned, is still in our communities based on important indicators including wastewater data, positivity percentages, outbreaks, and hospitalizations. But it certainly feels like the worst is behind us, and we can thank OPH for all they have done to provide testing, vaccinations, and care for people in the community, and in particular those vulnerable people. And I know my colleagues on City Council appreciate the mobile clinics and the care and attention given to neighborhoods that had economic and social challenges. And we thank you very much, Dr. Etches. It was not a one-size-fits-all, but it was tailored to the individual community that very much was appreciated by residents of those particular neighborhoods. I also want to thank the many partners and government partners who worked closely with OPH on initiatives to support those in need. Members of the Board of Health, the Ottawa Hospital, L'Hôpital Montfort, our school boards, post-secondary institutions, the Ottawa Mission, Queensway Carleton Hospital, and many other agencies and organizations. OPH played a critical role in coordinating our response to the many challenges and the different stages of the pandemic, and we're truly thankful for all you have done. Dr. Etches and every single person of Ottawa Public Health are heroes that protected our health and saved lives, literally. J'aimerais remercier pour son travail acharné et pour son dévouement envers les résidents d'Ottawa. Félicitations. And on behalf of the entire city and my colleagues on council, I want to take this opportunity to sincerely thank you, Dr. Etches, and the entire Ottawa Public Health team, many of whom are here today, and many couldn't make it because they're out doing the great work in the community, the incredible work and dedication of our community. It's my pleasure to invite Dr. Etches and Robin Music, who will receive the key to the city on behalf of OPH, to come forward for the official presentation. Congratulations on this well-deserved recognition, and thank you for your work and leadership during these very, very challenging times. So please join me in congratulating Dr. Etches and the entire OPH team. Félicitations.
I now have the pleasure of inviting our next speakers to come forward to deliver remarks, and this is very exciting. Two individuals who know Dr. Vera Etches very well, her parents. Je vous invite à vous joindre à moi pour accueillir sur la scène les docteurs Duncan Etches et Nora Etches. Doctors.
Mayor Watson, Elder Commander, distinguished guests. As proud parents, it's an honor to be asked to speak on this occasion. Although Vera's mother, Nora, and I are both physicians, we never particularly encouraged our children to follow us into medicine. Vera always enjoyed art, and we easily imagined her making a career of it. But as it became clear that she was going to become a doctor, the question was, what kind? She enjoyed her training in obstetrics, delivering babies. She also loved her work in a men's shelter in Toronto. And then she really got great satisfaction in working in remote communities in Labrador with Innu communities. What connected these diverse experiences was the need for humble caring. But it was her time working in Malawi alongside public health nurses that helped her decide that public health provided the best potential to positively affect the health of the greatest number of people.
Many of you may be wondering what Vera was like as a child. She hasn't heard this speech. As the oldest of four, she tended to be the leader. For several years, she and her brother raised lambs. This was an early chance for Vera to practice caring, including in a crisis. During our first trip where we left the children at home to attend a work conference out of town, we received a phone call at the airport, wondering if smoke should be coming out of the barn chimney. It turned out that a heat lamp for the lambs had started to set the hay on fire in the barn. Vera proceeded to organize the children to get help from the neighbors and lead the sheep out to safety. All were saved, and we carried out our trip confident in her ability to deal with crisis. What Vera's classmates in medical school remember about her was her thoughtful contributions to making the class better. They all loved when she baked up batches of monster cookies to share with everyone. Her baking remains extremely popular to this day. Right, boys? As you all know by now, Vera's desire to care for others includes all you great citizens of this great city. Duncan?
In 2012, Vera forwarded to me a letter that she had seen that described good physicians. Good physicians see the patient's complexity, they nurture their colleagues, and contribute to solving medical system problems. To do that, they need deep inner strength, tireless curiosity, and a diverse foundation of reading. These are qualities that I see Vera bringing to her own work.
Although it is Vera that is receiving the key of the city today, we know that the honor comes at a personal cost. Incredibly long hours of work, leading a coordinated, effective public health response would not have been at all possible without the incredible support and love of her husband. Edward has more than stepped up to the care of their children, preparing all the meals, getting the kids to school quietly during early meetings, and putting them to bed during late ones. I hear he can even deliver skirts on short notice as required.
The boys have benefited so much from Edward's encouragement in a wide variety of activities, making them now great hikers, skiers, swimmers, soccer players, and biking enthusiasts. In these ways, Edward is also role modeling health promotion and supporting the health of the city. We would love to have Vera and her family with us in Vancouver, but we know how much she loves her work, her team, and the community of Ottawa. Even though our tulips come up earlier than yours, this will not entice her to live closer to us. We hope this beautiful city continues to thrive with good health, social justice, and a strong sense of responsible citizenship. Merci. Thank you. Miigwech.
Thank you very much, doctors, and obviously the apple did not fall far from the tree. It is now my pleasure to invite Councillor Keith Eglai, Chair of the Ottawa Board of Health, to come forward and deliver remarks in recognition of the whole team at Ottawa Public Health. Chair Eglai.
Thank you very much, and good afternoon, everyone. Bonjour, Kwe. As Chair of the Ottawa Board of Health, it is my great honor and privilege to participate in this ceremony today, recognizing and celebrating Dr. Etches and the entire team at Ottawa Public Health. I just want to start by saying when I met Vera's parents for the first time this afternoon, what I had said to them was it was a real privilege to serve with Dr. Etches, and I want to extend that comment to all of the team. Being the chair of public health over the last 4 years has been my greatest professional challenge, but also my greatest professional journey. And it's something I will never forget. And it's in large part because of the wonderful people in this room that care so much about this city. Well, the public health team has always done great work to promote wellness and protect the health of our community, to collect data, collaborate with partners, and share information. The pandemic has brought unprecedented challenges, and without fail, the team has faced these challenges with ingenuity, professionalism, thoughtfulness, kindness, empathy, and compassion. On December 31st, 2019, Wuhan, China, reported a cluster of cases of pneumonia, which were later confirmed as caused by a new type of coronavirus not previously identified in humans. And OPH immediately began monitoring the situation closely, created a new web page and information products for many partners, and on January the 28th, 2020, OPH moved into enhanced operations and put in place an incident management structure to facilitate decision-making and the flow of information. Since then, there have been many ups and downs and twists and turns on this pandemic journey. Throughout the past 2.5 years, Dr. Etches and the OPH team have done a phenomenal job of keeping everyone informed, the Board of Health and City Council on the local situation, the public on the risks and what they could do to protect themselves and their loved ones, partners, businesses, community service agencies, places of worship, and so many other partners and stakeholders on how to reduce the risk of COVID-19 and mitigate its impacts on our community. Not to mention their work in supporting individuals who tested positive for COVID-19, facilities experiencing outbreaks, schools, businesses, places of worship, and community settings that were reopening or resuming operations following lockdowns. The OPH team has worked tirelessly, but just as importantly, they've taken advantage of every lesson learned from the pandemic, never shying away from asking, what can we do better? How can we improve? I could go on for hours talking about the work done by OPH over the course of the pandemic, the innovations, the lessons learned, the accomplishments, the milestones, and successes. The list is long. Suffice it to say that today's honors and recognitions are very much deserved. I think I can safely speak on behalf of all the Board of Health colleagues, and many of them, I'm not going to name them because I'll miss someone, but many of them are in the audience today, in saying how proud we are of the people of OPH at every level of the organization and the amazing work that each of you accomplish every day. I only have one regret as I finish this speech is, up until today, I did not know about the monster cookies, so I'll be looking for those now that things have quieted down a little bit. So to Dr. Etches and to everyone at OPH, congratulations, thank you, Megwich, merci.
Merci beaucoup, Monsieur le conseiller. Je vous invite maintenant, Mesdames, Messieurs, à visionner l'écran derrière moi pour une présentation spéciale de photos et de vidéos à l'intention de nos invités d'honneur. I now invite you to focus your attention on the video screen for a special photo and video presentation for our guests of honor today.
Congratulate Dr. Vera Etches and the employees of Ottawa Public Health for being awarded the key to the city by the City of Ottawa. Je n'ai pas à vous dire que les 2 dernières années ont été particulièrement exigeantes au sein de la fonction publique à tous les niveaux. As public health professionals, you took tremendous responsibility and continue to show incredible leadership day in and day out since January 2020. It has not been easy, but your determination and many sacrifices to protect Canadians' health have made a world of difference. Chacun d'entre vous, de la Dr. Etches aux membres du personnel administratif, en passant par les infirmières et les infirmiers qui ont travaillé sans relâche en coulisses et directement auprès des patients pour offrir soins et services, a contribué à guider les gens d'Ottawa en période d'incertitude. Tout ce que vous avez accompli a été remarquable. From the earliest days of the crisis, you mounted a massive, coordinated response to protect the people of Ottawa. You set up testing centers and traced countless contacts. You vaccinated people in a range of clinical settings across the city. And you shared vital information through every possible channel, including your popular social media accounts. Even Bruce the intern did his part to get the word out. En vous acquittant de ce travail difficile et exigeant, vous avez aussi eu à faire face à la peur, à l'anxiété, à la frustration et parfois à une franche hostilité. Mais tous ces défis, vous les avez confrontés avec bienveillance, compassion, ainsi qu'avec un professionnalisme et des compétences extraordinaires. Bref, vous avez contribué à guider votre ville, notre ville, à travers une période sans précédent. Today, the City of Ottawa is recognizing you for your service. And I want to join Mayor Watson and the people of Ottawa in saying thank you. Thank you for all you have done and will continue to do to protect and promote public health. Congratulations on this well-deserved honor.
Congratulations to my esteemed colleague, Dr. Vera Etches, and all employees at Ottawa Public Health for receiving the key to the City of Ottawa, the city's highest honor and one you richly deserve.
Depuis maintenant plus de 2 ans, nous vivons une crise de santé mondiale sans précédent. Vos efforts collectifs pendant cette période ont été tout simplement exemplaires. From testing and tracing to mass vaccination campaigns and clinics to exceptional health communications and more, you've been working around the clock to keep Ottawa residents healthy, safe, and well informed. As an Old Town resident myself and a fellow public health professional, I deeply appreciate your achievements at both a personal and professional level. I've received all of my COVID vaccines at local clinics, was very impressed with every visit. The staff and volunteers were dedicated and caring, the clinics efficient and well coordinated. Dr. Etches, j'ai eu le privilège de vous voir en action. Votre leadership est énergique et inspirant. You've always gone the extra mile. Like the time you made good on your promise to dye your hair OPH blue, green, and white to raise money for CHEO mental health services. It spoke to your humility, commitment, and courage. It's been said public health moves at the speed of trust. Dr. Etches, your empathetic approach has helped you to connect and build trust in our community. Le maintien de la confiance demeure un défi pour tous les intervenants de la santé publique. Ottawa Public Health's leadership in communicating with the public has truly set a gold standard for us all. You have worked to proactively dispel misinformation on social media in a relatable way, using wit, and humor to keep Ottawa residents tuned in and well informed. My heartfelt congratulations to you, Dr. Etches, and to all the staff at Ottawa Public Health. Votre professionnalisme et votre persévérance servent d'exemple à nous tous.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Mayor Watson, for inviting me to say a few words. I want to express my regrets that I can't be with you in person. I want to also express my wholehearted endorsement of the presentation of the key to the city to Dr. Vera Etches and the team at Ottawa Public Health. They have shown exceptional leadership, advocacy, and protecting the most vulnerable in their communities. I want to thank the entire team for their work over the pandemic in communicating, collaborating, coordinating, protecting, advocating for every member of their community. The success has been clear. The immunization rates are fantastic, and it's due to great work on the ground by Ottawa Public Health and great leadership. So on behalf of all Ontarians, thank you ever so much.
For over 135 years, Ottawa Public Health has worked tirelessly yet quietly throughout Ottawa's streets, homes, schools, communities, and clinics to help make residents healthier and stronger.
En fait, on a souvent dit pendant toutes ces années que la santé publique travaille mieux lorsque personne ne sait qu'elle travaille.
But over 2 years ago, in March of 2020, that all changed when the novel coronavirus reached our collective front door and entered all our lives.
Good evening. We begin with breaking news tonight. Ottawa's first confirmed case of the COVID-19 virus.
The individual is a male in his 40s.
En quelques jours, Santé publique Ottawa et Dr. Vera Etches, médecin chef en santé publique, sont devenus des noms familiers.
In turn, bringing dedicated ranks of professional nurses, doctors, healthcare professionals from the background to the front lines.
Depuis, les résidents d'Ottawa se sont tournés vers SPO, que ce soit en ligne, par téléphone ou en personne, pour comprendre cette pandémie inconnue, mais très réelle et décourageante.
Ottawa Public Health equipped the public with the information and tools to make informed choices, like daily updates on the status of COVID-19 and vaccinations in the community through dashboards and regular media availabilities.
Au fil des jours, des semaines et des mois, SPO a augmenté son effectif, le faisant passer de 645 à plus de 4300 personnes pour faire face à un virus qui déferlait dans notre communauté.
Hundreds of people from all corners of the city, from all backgrounds, from nurses coming out of retirement to new graduates, to everyday citizens, all answered the call.
Les gymnases scolaires, les arénas, les églises et les mosquées se sont transformés en cliniques de vaccination. Les maisons se sont transformées en bureaux, tandis que le personnel s'efforçait de faire face aux changements dans les taux d'infection et les protocoles de traitement.
The response to COVID-19 has consumed the hearts and minds of everyone in Ottawa, and as fellow citizens of this great city, the staff at OPH are among those who rejoiced in the good times and mourned the difficult times.
Au fur et à mesure que les vagues déferlaient, le personnel de SPO a appris à trouver la force dans ses larmes. Garder le cap.
Steady as she goes. But throughout the pandemic, Ottawa Public Health never took their eyes off the core services that people have come to rely on.
Elle a poursuivi son travail pour prévenir d'autres maladies infectieuses comme la grippe et les maladies transmises sexuellement et son travail avec les nouvelles mères et les familles. De plus, ses efforts pour soutenir les écoles et les hôpitaux n'ont jamais faibli.
Compassionate care to those living with mental health and substance use health issues became an around-the-clock commitment as the city coped with isolation, loss, and hopelessness.
Dans le contexte des engagements de SPO à l'égard de la réconciliation, de l'information de qualité, de la mobilisation du public et des changements significatifs, le personnel de santé publique d'Ottawa est fier et honoré de recevoir cette clé de la ville.
But OPH staff were never in it for the glory. So tomorrow, next year, and 100 years from now, they'll be working in the city's streets, schools, clinics, and homes, quietly and tirelessly in the background.
Pour garder les gens d'Ottawa en santé et en sécurité, et parce que si vous lui demandez, il dira
Je.
Soy. Je suis.
أنا.
Mimi. Heidi.
Abum.
Toila.
Kami.
Wahanahay.
I am.
We are Ottawa Public Health.
Hey there, Ottawa Public Health. It's Bryce here, and I just wanted to congratulate you on getting the key to the city. It's very exciting.
Hey there, Ottawa Public Health. Bruce's father here. And yes, the paperwork came through. That is now my legal name. So I guess this is a red letter day for both of us. Congratulations on getting the key to the city. Well done. I'm sure it's because of all the great work you've done. And also, I think, in no small part, because of my Brucey.
Just getting a key is a huge honor. It's a privilege, and it's a responsibility, as my dad would say, and it's a Dad, it's Bryce. Let me in. I'm not jealous at all.
I know both me and Bruce's brother.
Dad, it's Bruce.
I want to say Bob.
Didn't work. It never works.
Well, we're both very proud of.
Dad!
Oh, I thought someone was at the door. I guess nobody. So congratulations, Ottawa Public Health, for all you do. And Brucey, this is Bruce's dad. I still get a thrill when I hear it.
Dad, it's Bryce. Let me in.
Well, hey everyone over there at OPH. It's Bruce, the real Bruce. I just want to congratulate you, my sincerest congratulations on obtaining the key to the city. That is a huge honor. And I am so excited for each and every one of you. I also just want to let you know that I was recently honored by the city of Ottawa with the giant golden lock hole to the city. So you guys can put your giant golden key into my Jesus.
What a fantastic tribute to recognize the commitment and dedication of the entire Ottawa Public Health team. A big thank you to everyone involved in putting this montage together. Please, another big round of applause. Un autre belle main d'applaudissement, s'il vous plaît. I would now like to invite Ms. India Mohammed, Director of the Ottawa Local Immigration Partnership, to come forward to deliver remarks. Ms. Mohammed and the Ottawa Local Immigration Partnership are a trusted partner and important voice and connection to racialized and immigrant communities in Ottawa. This relationship goes back many years and has been strengthened throughout the pandemic that saw racialized and immigrant communities disproportionately affected by COVID-19 and required tailored planning and outreach. The Ottawa Local Immigration Partnership works in close collaboration with Ottawa Public Health to address underlying inequities that impact immigrant health in Ottawa. Ms. Mohammed.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I don't promise to be as witty as that video, but I have really a big pleasure to be part of the conversation here today, celebrating Dr. Vera Etches and the Ottawa Public Health colleagues for the amazing work done as they saw us through a global pandemic, which actually is still underway. I want to recognize your hard work, Vera, particularly. I know how you have strived because we were right beside you. One thing I want to say, and I want to recognize as a testimony today here, is that as we trust people in such important roles as the medical officer of health for a city like Ottawa, we want a few things from them. And the few things we want from them, there are many books written about leadership, I won't go into that, but the few things you want from them is trust. You want to be able to trust that person to take seriously that responsibility. There has been so many hardships throughout the pandemic as I have watched my friends, my communities, my neighborhoods go through many, many challenges that are not necessarily showing up in the big dashboards that we were all observing. So I was able to trust Dr. Etches to strive with us, to inquire into the challenges, to build solutions, and to reflect. You also want from your leader that they won't rely only on what they know, because we all have many blind spots. And I was quite happy to work with Dr. Etches to draw from knowledge from multiple sources so that we can address the challenges as we were seeing them, but they were not necessarily up there in the dashboards. So congratulations to Dr. Etches for today's recognition. You more than deserve it, and I am quite proud to have worked with you to care for our community. And one thing I want to also say that is, as the pandemic evolves, we are still not out of it. What I can rely on Dr. Etches and colleagues at the Ottawa Public Health is that whatever we discover to be the challenges throughout the pandemic will not be just sort of forgotten and moved away from, and that we will continue to work on what we understood, the insights that we developed throughout the pandemic, and that we will be serious about it. So we will continue to work with Ottawa Public Health, and particularly Dr. Etches, to build how we understand community challenges, to create solutions to challenges, to create accountability mechanisms so that what we were able to surface throughout the pandemic will not be just left like that. So the emergency may be out of the books, but the challenges continue. And I know I can trust Dr. Etches and the Ottawa Public Health to continue working together with the community to resolve the problems that exist. So today, join me in congratulating Dr. Etches and our colleagues at the Ottawa Public Health for this recognition. And thank you all for being part of it.
Thank you, Ms. Mohamed, for your remarks, and thank you for all your hard work as well during the pandemic. Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames, messieurs, it's now time to hear from our guest of honor. C'est avec grand plaisir que j'invite maintenant le Dr. Vera Etches à prendre la parole. Dr. Etches.
Thank you all for being here. Miigwech, Elder Commanda, it truly is a privilege to be able to work and live on the unceded territory of the Algonquin Anishinaabe people. And Mayor Watson, it is an incredible honor. Merci. And I know you won't be offended when I say that I am glad we don't have to meet multiple times a week anymore. It means we're not in the midst of an emergency anymore. Hindia, you really have been a pillar of strength and leadership in the community for many years with the Ottawa Local Immigration Partnership. And really, your guidance to me, to many, has saved lives through the pandemic. Yeah. You alluded to it, but I'll say it very specifically. We know the pandemic showed us the structural inequalities that exist, the need to work together to address racism, anti-Indigenous racism, anti-Black racism, to look at housing and income and these important supports to the health of everyone in the community. And Mom and Dad, thanks for your kind words. You know that you gave me my life. Many might know here, might not know. My parents actually also, immediately after my birth, saved my life. My mom resuscitated me on the delivery bed. But you also sustained my life in an ongoing way with your guidance and love. So thank you. And Edward, your endurance has been incredible. You really have cared for the family, made it possible to make it through. You've made space for me to work and also space for me to run and look after myself amongst all of that. And I know that you do try to keep an eye on what I wear as I go out the door, but and boys, I really thank you for being so patient with Mommy, because there are days when I don't see you in the morning and I don't see you before you go to bed, and yet when I can get to be with you and have those cuddles and smiles, it really is what gives me joy. So thank you. It is very humbling to be here today because I look out and I see the faces of so many at Ottawa Public Health, the City of Ottawa, so many colleagues, that I wouldn't be standing here if we hadn't all worked on this together. Aucun de vous n'attendait à être confronté à ce qui est devenu l'événement de santé publique le plus important de notre carrière, ni à devoir persévérer aussi longtemps dans un environnement en constante évolution. So you all deserve recognition, and your contributions, both individually and collectively, have truly mattered. So all of you at Ottawa Public Health, whether you had to maintain or adapt or divert our core services to help support the COVID-19 response, and to those who joined us temporarily, even some coming out of retirement, you made sure the job was done. And to those who continue to work on the response today, each one of you make me so proud every day. And so while I'm standing at this podium, this is a recognition I share with all of you. Je partage cette reconnaissance avec chacun et chacune d'entre vous. And it has been and continues to be such a privilege to work alongside you. I also want to thank the family members, like my own family, but the family members of all Ottawa Public Health employees. You've been understanding and supportive, whether you're spouses or partners, children, extended family, friends and neighbors. We know that you not only shared, but you experienced your own stressors, and you have made sacrifices over these years. Et chaque petit effort supplémentaire que vous avez fait pour aider à la maison, chaque repas, chaque histoire à l'heure de coucher, chaque course à l'épicerie, chaque corvée nous a fait plus de bien que nous ne saurions l'exprimer. And so to our Board of Health, for your guidance and support, especially Chair Councillor, I am so grateful to have been able to work alongside you these last 4 years. And it hasn't been easy, and yet you're here. You're still continuing to support us through emergency after emergency. And some may know that our chair, Councillor Eglai, is going to be leaving elected office for now in a few months, but we want to thank you right now for your dedication and service. Especially to our City of Ottawa partners. So Steve Kanalakis, your vision that you continue to promote and you make a reality of one city, one team, it's been essential. There's no way any of the vaccination and the other things you've seen could have been accomplished without your support. There's others here, Kim Ayat, Anthony DeMonte is not with us at the moment, but Interim Police Chief Bell, Donna Gray, really the whole city leadership team. I mean, we had legal support, there's so many, everyone contributed, the HR teams, the IT teams. You can just imagine in the background. The Human Needs Task Force is so key, just naming a few. Your ongoing support and collaboration has been so invaluable, to say the least. And for the many city employees, some may be here today as well, who joined even an OPH team, you've really helped us reach that 2.5 million or more vaccines that have been delivered in the city to Ottawa residents, and it's directly saved lives. Others here from the health and community sectors, you know, I think somebody mentioned we set up testing, but no, like these are health partners that did so much heavy lifting in the early days and continue. And, you know, there are public health scientists that contributed, that we